Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know this is a bit different because I'm doing a face-to-face, but I'm here to do a quick intro about this video. It's April now, and in April I celebrate my colorversary. It's been 3 years. I started to adult color in April 2017 is when I bought my very first Fabiana Attanasio coloring book, and I'm super excited today to share my coloring book collection, all of my completed pages, whips, the whole nine. And I've acquired 64 books in the past 3 years, and my mom was like, I thought it would be more, and I'm like, no, I have self-control. So we're gonna go through those. I hope you're excited as I am, because these are my favorite kind of videos to watch on YouTube, and I'm super excited to share my collection, and we can just get into it. Okay, and now that we have our fun intro out of the way, I'm here to go through my collection. So I will say that I am not going to go into great detail about every single thing that I've used on every single page, simply because we will be here for all 4 of the evers. And I do go into greater detail in a lot of my pictures for my monthly What I've Colored videos. So I just want to get that out of the way, and we can go ahead and get started on some of my random books that I have. I think, I call them random, I don't know, but we'll just get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with my one picture that I've done in the Splat by the Nickelodeon, the Splat, and I'm really sad because I'm a 90s baby, and, you know, I grew up with these, and I'm so sad that the paper is so slick that pencils hate it. So I did one picture in here so far, and it was just alcohol markers, and it was because, it's one-sided technically, so I don't care about the image on the other side. Well, the words on the other side. And yeah, I tried to do some shading on this picture with polychromos, but then I gave up because this paper has no tooth. And I'm really sad because I can't really copy it onto another type of paper because I don't have this paper, this paper size or whatnot. But yeah, here's my poor little lonely Hey Arnold in this book. And yeah, this is bent in the spine because I really wanted to do this picture, and I probably will. I'm gonna try and see what I can work out, but yeah, that's what I've done in this Splat. Okay, so here is Mermaids and Paradise by Denise Klatt. Now, I did purchase this kind of early on in my coloring journey. I think like the year 2, year 1, I don't know. I'm in year 3, so everything's blurry and fuzzy. I don't remember. Y'all know. Anyway, this is kind of neglected because I haven't come back to it. I colored a good handful of pictures in here when I first got it, but then, you know, so many books, so little time as you acquire more and more books. But here's one that I've done, and she has some stickles on her, and this one was a lot of fun to do, I remember. Here's another one that I've done, and I really like the bright colors, and I think she has some stickles on her as well, because what is a mermaid without stickles? I don't know. Here's another one that I've done, and this is like stickled to the death. I mean, look at that. And this was done like 2 years ago, I believe, and the colors are still so vibrant and everything. I had a lot of fun doing this one because I did the water effects with a cosmetic sponge, a makeup sponge. If you know what those are, the little wedges. And if you dabble it, it kind of makes like the sea foam or water foam effect. And I have not done that since this picture, and I really should try it again. But yeah, I remember doing this one. This one was really fun, and yep, there are stickles and glitter gel pen present. I just love her expression. She's so fun. Like, she's having so much fun. That probably would be me if I were a mermaid. I would just play with the animals all the time. Anyway, here's another one that I've done way back when, and I don't even remember when, but she has some stickles on her tail. A lot of these are like earlier colorings from 2018, I believe, because I haven't touched this book in 2019. I don't know if I have touched this in 2019, to be honest. I may have, but you know, I don't remember. Here's one that I've done that I got frustrated with doing these icebergs by hand because they're darker, and then I just did a wash of watered down acrylic paint for the other ones. But I really like my walruses in this picture, and I do have a neglected whip in here. Where is it? I know exactly which one it is, and it's more toward the front of the book because I screwed it up beyond salvation, I believe. Yep, this one. My intention with this one was to do like a light water color and then go into a darker color, but it did not blend very well. And then I tried to do like white lines to try to cover up where my water looked funny, and I don't know how to rectify this situation right here. So this has been sitting for like 2 years and I've just not ever gone back to it. But yeah, that's all I've done in the Mermaids in Paradise book, and I really love this book and I really need to get back in it. And she has 2 other books, the Gnomes in the Neighborhood and then the Fairies one, but this is my favorite one because I don't like gnomes, and the Fairies one, the illustrations are really skinny, so it's not my taste. But really love this one and I gotta get back to it, so we'll move on to the next book. Okay, here I have a Sweet Treats by Kaiser Color. I don't know why I could not say that. It was a tongue twister for a minute. And sorry my lighting is crappy. It always is, but it's super rainy and gray right now. So yeah. Only picture was this lollipop page that I've done, I think in February, because Valentine's Day was strong on my mind and I chose typical lovey-dovey colors for it, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I should really get back to this book because the paper is really smooth, but it's workable. You can work with it, and I believe it's stickles on here, on some of the lollipop sticks, and it's glitter gel pen. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one because y'all know food is my jam, and that's the only one that I've done in this book. Okay, for some reason, these are in the random pile, and these are my 2 books I have by Kristen Glorious Ink, or Mystic Art Mirrors as she's known on her Etsy, and she has a new book coming out which I'm super pumped to get. I cannot wait. I think it's called like Fairy something. It has something to do with fairies. I don't know. She has more books. One I have in a PDF form, but I don't have the actual book. But anyway, this is Mermaid and Friends. So I've done this one, the Centaur Minotaur lady. I can never figure out which one is which. I used to know. I forgot because someone told me. Anyway, she's one of my favorites because purple's my favorite color, and I think this just came out great. And I believe I had used Black Widows, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't really remember. And I used some Ganzai Tambi pearlescent watercolor on her body just because I did it a light purple, but when you turn it, you can kind of see it, and I think it had a really cool effect. And I think I've done one more in this book, and then the other one I copied onto tone tan paper, but this is this one, and I made these fish look like flounder, and I remember using ink tints for this, and I really like to use Jennifer Zimmerman's pearl tutorial, and that was maybe one of my second times using it. First time doing pink pearls, but I love to do her black pearl version. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing the pearls, and I love her fun skin color because I just like to do fun skin color sometimes, and I believe that is it. I don't want to cheat y'all so you can see all of them. I know some people who've been with my channel for a while, you've seen a lot of my pictures, but you know, we'll move on to the next book. Okay, so here I have the Fairy Tale Princess coloring book, same by Kristen Glorious Ink, Mystic Art Mirrors, and I don't know how many I've done here, maybe 1 or 2. So here is my interpretation of the Ice Queen or Snow Queen or whatever, or Elsa now because Frozen is here in the world. So I didn't want to do her a normal skin color. I wanted to experiment and play with lighting effects, so that's why the pink is kind of soft lit on this side of her face, and then she's blue because she's a Snow Queen. And I had a lot of fun doing this one, and she has a little bit of stickles on the jewel on her face, but everything else was not stickles. Her hairband has some stickles. And I used my gouache. This was gouache for her hair. And then I just used my white Posca to do white hair. So that's another way that I do white hair, because I know I have a video on the different ways that I do white hair. But yeah, I like this color of my gouache, and then you can achieve white hair like that too if you use like a metallic color. I think it looks pretty cool. And most of this was Neo color too for the background and her dress, and then I kind of just went over with pencil and my Posca to do the sparkle effect and whatnot. So yeah, that was her. And then this is my Alice in Wonderland. Y'all know I love Alice, so I had a lot of fun doing this one. And her hair was done with gouache, and I put too thick of a gouache. Pretty soon this probably will crack in another 2-3 years, I'm pretty sure, probably, because that's what happens when you use gouache too thick. But here she is right now in her condition being nice for the moment. And we have stickles about the page, glitter gel pen, and I used marker, like Super Tips alcohol marker, a bunch of different stuff on here. But yeah, this was the end result of this page, and I had a lot of fun doing this one, and I think that's everything from here. Now I have my Silhouettes book, Disney Silhouettes, and it's by Hachette. That's how Google tells me to say it. Hachette. I don't know. Hachette Heroes. And I've only done one, which was my Minnie Mouse, and my book has fallen apart because that's what happens with these, because they open up weird from the top. But yeah, my only one I've done was my Minnie Mouse one, and I've recently done this a couple months now ago, and it's in one of my completed page videos where I go into more detail about it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one, even though it stressed me out to figure out where to put my colors because I only did a limited color palette. But in the end, I think it came out pretty nice, and that is the only one that I've done in this book. Okay, my Clara Malkova books. I have Tenderful Enchantments, and they are neglected because I hate this paper. It does not let me layer as much as I would like, but it's here. So I started this back in 2018. I remember it was like November, and I still have not come back to this poor picture. And the only thing that I've come back to do was the glow from the fire on certain parts of the page. And yeah, there's that. This one I've done a while back, and I think it's some glitter gel pen places on here. And my ink tints was actually used for these things, and I think that looks pretty cool on here. What else do I have? I don't have very many. Oh, Jack the Quack was the very first one that I did in this book when I got it, which was in 2018 in March, and Sammy affectionately named him Jack the Quack. So here he goes. And I think he has some stickles on his little necklace here. But he took me forever simply because I used like 8 different colors to do the layering of his fur. It may not look like it, but I use like tans and browns and all types of stuff. And then black finally. And I like his tail because it's like purpley black. But yeah, this was the end result of this one. And it's so cute. And it's still one of my favorites in this book. I don't have very many that I've done. Yep, just one more, which was this one, and I guess it's a fairy, and she's getting married or dressed for the day or whatever, I don't know. And I completed this one with a lot of alcohol marker, and I did use some glitter gel pen on her dress and handbag, and I think this little butterfly up here. So yeah, that was done quite a while back too, I think in 2018. So I really do not come and grab this book. Like, I grab it, pick it up, because I have this one. Was it this one? This one bookmarked. I want to do this one, but I hate this paper. I don't even know what that is, marker or something. I don't know. It'll get covered up when I color in it. But yeah, that was Tenderful Enchantments. Now I have Fairy Miracles by Clara Malkova, and I think I've only done like 1 or 2 in here. I've done this one, which was a buddy color with Coloring F, and we did this one for Christmas in July last year. So Christmas in July 2019, I believe. I don't know why I'll try to look at it like I wrote the date down. I did not. Yeah, so that was this one, and I try to do like a glass bird right here, I remember. But my favorite part is my gingerbread man that I did over here. I think he's adorable. So let's see. This one was inspired by Coloring at V's. I saw her interpretation of this picture on Instagram, and it inspired me to color it myself. And this was the end result of this one. And it has some gold paint and some stickles on it. If it's catching, not really sure. But I really like this picture, and I had fun doing this one. I distinctly remember. Oh, I have this one bookmarked because this is one that I want to do, but y'all know I do not like this paper. And I love this one. I really want to do this one too. I'll just suck it up because I like the images, but I gotta really be in the mindset to have a lot of patience when I color in her books. So here is one that I've done, and this was the first time that I used Jennifer Zimmerman's tutorial to do black pearls, and I fell in love with doing black pearls since then. But yeah, this was one that I did a while back. And I used mostly black widows on here, and they worked okay, but I still can't layer as much as I would like. Here's another flounder. I have a tendency of doing fish like flounder. And yeah, it may be some glitter gel pen and some gold paint. These are stickles on here. But yeah, I really do like my little mermaid hugging her seahorse. And yeah, that's pretty much the only other page that I've done. Shamefully, I feel ashamed, but you know, it is what it is. We will move on to the next book. Here is my The Look by Zoey, and I do not do well with white cover books, obviously. Here's one that I've done a while back, and I used alcohol marker for some parts of this picture because even though this is a double-sided page book, what in the world? This is one of the ones that's single-sided because there are a few in here, and so I used alcohol marker as a base for it, and then I used my Winsor Newton travel size watercolor right here. I remember that distinctly. But yeah, I love this book, and I recently completed a page in here. We'll get to it. So this one was done quite a while back, but I love her. She is so fun, and I would love to hang out with her. And I just love how the colors are so vibrant and they pop, and I like my little ice cream machine that I got going here. And she has some metallic gel pen and neon gel pen on her. And yes, she's eating mint chocolate chip ice cream. Probably most ice cream I make mint chocolate chip because it's my favorite. And the green one, I like the green mint chocolate chip. Okay, so let's see what else I've done. Only like a few more. So here's one that I've done. And I used washi tape on her skirt. And I made her purse Burberry. That's how I like to say Burberry. And yeah, and I love him because he's so stylish and swagged out over here. This was one that I remember doing where I did the Belgian flag colors in acrylic paint, and then I remember I messed up on her skin. So this is an early skin of me trying to figure out my skin back in the day, and this was Prismacolor, I think, but I didn't layer like I do now, or was it me not using light enough layers? I don't know, because I'm not a heavy colorer. I've never been a heavy colorer. I don't know, but this was just me trying to figure it out. So I have grown, as I can see the growth, and I'm super happy about that. But I made quite a few mistakes on this picture because I actually drew these polka dots on her shirt. They weren't there. And then I was trying to do something with her sleeve, and I forgot what I was trying to do, and it didn't work out. So I took my acrylic paint and made her sleeves like puffy feathers. And then this used to be red sprinkles on white frosting, and now it's just bled all over through. I don't know what happened there. And then her hair was, I think I was trying to do, when I first was trying to learn to do strand hair, and it just was a fail. So I actually just burnished like 2 or 3 colors of Prismacolor to make this color, and I actually like how her hair came out that way. But yeah, my waffle still looks good on here. But yeah, that's the story of her. And yeah, I have an old WIP. I started this in 2019, never got back to it. I used all black widows, but the thing that I didn't like about it was this big empty space. And I was like, oh, I can draw a fountain and make water and do all this fancy smashy stuff on here. And then I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. But I don't want to leave it plain. But yeah, I did everything, like the birds. Everything's done. I just have not came back to finish it. But this does look like this is water. So I'm like, why didn't she just draw a fountain? It just would fit. And I don't want to draw it because I'm not good at drawing. So my skill level is not the best. This is one that I actually completed last month in March. And she has like the glitter. So I talked about her enough. And that is the only ones that I've done in here, other than this horrible picture that I did because my alcohol marker ran out, and then I tried to fix it and no. So, and I'm sad because y'all know I love nail polish, so I was going to like bang this out right here with her nail polish and her little jewelry. So I don't know, I'll just figure out how I can do this. But you know, I see people do skin with gouache, and I'm like, oh, I want to try it. Maybe I'll try it on her since she's already jacked up. How more worse can it get? I don't know. It always could be worse, but that is everything that I've done in the look. Okay, so recent purchase was this book. I've still only done the 1 page, which was her, and I recently talked about her, so I won't really go into detail, and I'll just move on to my next book. Here I have The Nutcracker by Creative Haven, really by Marty Noble, published by them. And I really like this book. I bought this blind because I really like The Nutcracker, and I thought, why not? So this was a buddy color with Coloring F, and we did this a minute ago because I don't even do my skin like this anymore, but this wasn't that long ago. I think it was 2019. I don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, that's, oh, she has some pearlescent paint on her tights, and I drew like little polka dots, if you can catch that. But yeah, I don't even remember. I don't write dates down. And oh, this is one that I've done a while back, and I really like just the stickles on it. It's really pretty. And what else have I done? Oh, this one, which was done 2019. So this was around the Christmas season in 2019, and I really like how this one went. And I have stickles on here, of course, glitter gel pen that I've done on the candles down here. And I used like Arteza, polychromos, a mixture of different things. And I used my brown gel pen that I really like, that I'm obsessed with, and I'm sad when it runs out. And I think that's everything I've done. I keep picking out pictures in here to do, but then I don't do them. But I have a few in my mind that I already colored. But we'll move on to my next book. Okay, so here I have my Game of Thrones book. This one is by different artists. This is different than the other one. This book has Yvonne Gilbert, John Howe, Levi Penfold, Adam Stower, I don't know, and Tomislav Tomic. So it tells you the pages that each artist have done in this one. And I've done the dinner spread, which is done with all glitter gel pen. This was Gansai Tambi Starry watercolor paint. And I did my marble effect with acrylic paint for the floor and the wall right here. And I don't even do this anymore. I don't know why, but you know, I did it for this one. I really need to get back to playing with my paint. It's fun. I like to play and paint. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. In the end, overall, I think it looks really nice. And I did use some marker on here, I remember. Let's see what else I have. So I've done this one, and I did the marble effect on this one as well. And I really like how my pot came out. And I was like, both pictures I've done in this book have a peacock in it. I don't know why. I don't even care about coloring a peacock. It's not what I'm looking for when I pick a picture. But apparently, there's a lot of peacocks in this book. But yeah, this is Dorn. And I really like the end result of this one. And I remember trying to make these banners look kind of faded because it's in the sunlight. So I used Neo Color 2 for that, I remember. And yeah, that was this one. I do have a whip in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this one. So I actually started this, I think, like, it's been a couple weeks or a month or two when I started this. And I don't like my sky. I was going for, like, a fantasy sky because, I mean, it's a fantasy book. But I don't really like it. I don't know, something about it. So I did this with all Prismacolor pencils. And I may just go ahead and gouache this out or paint this out or something. I don't know. I'm going to try to let it grow on me. But I was doing like the sun setting right here and then being on fantasy. But, you know, I don't know. But I did do some of these bushes. And I was like, oh, I'm going to knock this out. Because for some reason I felt like I was really in the mood to do these bushes and sit and do it. And then I wasn't. So, yeah, I'll get back to it. Because, you know, I love how High Garden is aesthetic. It's beautiful. So I really need to get back to that. And I think that's it. I really want to do, this is the one, where is he? It's Loris. I want to show you. Oh, I really want to do Loris. So, but these flowers, y'all know me and flowers and leaves. So, I don't know, but I have an idea for his armor. And I really want to execute that soon while I still have the motivation and whatnot. So that is one of the pages that I'll get to one of these days. So that was my Game of Thrones coloring book. So here I have my HBO Game of Thrones coloring book, and this one is the one that's based on the show where the characters look like the actors instead of artist interpretation. And I've just done Brienne, and I recently talked about her, so I will not, you know, talk a hole in y'all head about this one. So yeah, here's Brienne. She's one of my favorite Game of Thrones characters, and spoiler, I'm so glad she lived because I would have cried if she died. So yeah, happy about her and really proud, and we'll move on to my next book. A Million Sloots by Lulu Mayo, and I've done a couple in here, and she, if you follow her on Instagram, she's very nice, and she always spotlights when you complete her work. She will share you in her stories if you tag her. And I've done this one, which is one of my favorite pages, and it does have some glitter gel pen and whatnot on here, and I had a lot of fun doing this with my polychromos and a couple of fine liners. And I've done the sausage dog. I love him. And this is like a party page, really fun and festive going on here. And I used a lot of ink tints for the background, or nail color too, and ink tints for this floor. And I think that's it. I keep picking pages out to do in here, and I haven't done them. Yeah, I think I've only done those two. Okay, so now I have this book by Make Lemonade. I ordered this on Amazon Japan, and it's Sleeping Beauty, the Nutcracker, and Swan Lake stories in here. And I've done this one completely that I did recently for this holiday season that just passed. And I really love this one, how it came out, because I failed horribly on this one. And I have another WIP in here. I don't like how I did this ribbon, so that's why I haven't come back to this page. But I'm sad because it has food, and I really should just use paint. I'm thinking now like gouache to fix that, since I love to use gouache now. And I have another WIP. Oh, this one. So this is Aurora. So this must be a Sleeping Beauty, right? And I used Black Widows, and I really love how this looks. And when I started this picture, I felt very ambitious, but then I was like, yeah, I don't got time for these bats right here. So I just left it. And I was like, hopefully I finish it. I don't know. But those bats just turned me off. I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood to do all of that. So that's everything that I've done in this book. Okay, these are my two books that I just received yesterday that I've been waiting for since February. But given the current circumstances, it's completely understandable why it took so long. Usually it doesn't. These are by Dada Mao, and this one's called Poetry something, I don't know, but if you want to flip through of it, it's just like chibi pictures, and I really love this book, and I'm going to start one of these probably tonight or something really soon. And you get like this huge fold out textured really good watercolor paper to do, and it's just adorable. They're like chibi images, like kind of how she already does. And then this one I don't know the name of, but it's by her as well. Same deal. It's a different fold out, but like I said, if you want to flip through of these, because it's not a lot of them, you can just let me know. So these are just, look, it's little men in here. They are adorable. I just love, like, look at them. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's adorable. The images are still beautiful, even though they're chibi or whatever you want to call it. But I just love it. It's just like a little kid. Like, they look like little kids, but they're not. But I don't know. I just love it. It's beautiful. Love them. So happy to have them now. Okay, my phone is dying, so I'm going to try to get the rest of these last two done. This is one that I did in here, and it has some metallic gel pen on it. I have a couple WIPs in here. Oh, my food page that I did here. And someone wanted me to show how I color ice cubes. I don't even know how to, I don't even remember. This was like long ago. And then I don't have ice cubes this size in this book to demonstrate. They're all really tiny after that one. So I'm sorry about that. This one was a failed WIP. I hate it. I probably will never come back to it. I was trying to make her bag quilted. Don't like it. Just don't like my strawberries. Don't like this color going on here. So yeah, that's a neglected one. Here's one that I don't neglect, but I just don't feel like fussing with the pearls being tiny or something. I don't know what my excuse is, but I really like it, and I really need to get back to this. But I think that's everything that I have done in this book. I haven't done a ton, so yeah, that's everything in there. Okay, hopefully my phone doesn't die, but this is the Paris Street Style by Zoey de la Cases, I don't know. And this is technically one of my first books I begged my mom to get me when I first started to adult color before I got Fabiana. And I'm just trying to show, I just goof off in this book, but there are some really cute pictures that I like in this book. This is when I first started to color, y'all, so you're looking at like Crayola pencil OG coloring right here. And I do like this book. I'm going to get back to it. It reminds me of the look. I had these when I was little. I had the transparent color ones. Look at her skin. Oh my gosh. I don't even. And look at this. Like, look how far I have come. So, yeah. That is everything in here. This will be part 1. Hope you watch part 2. Don't know how many parts this is going to be. We've got 64 books to get through. But I thank you for watching. And I'm just trying to hurry up before my battery dies. So I'll see you all in the next part.